Hey everyone, welcome back. This week we are back with episode 10 of the Real Housewives of Orange County. If you're new here, I am doing a recap series on the Real Housewives of New York, or Real Housewives of Orange County, not New York, not yet. I'm looking forward to it though, but Real Housewives of Orange County recap series where I go over each episode each week. We're on episode 10. I have the series, the playlist, I will link it up here, but yeah, I have a series of videos talking about each episode, so go and check that out if you haven't seen those yet. But one thing that is a little bit different this week is that I am not wearing my Bucky shirt. I am in fact wearing just a plain white t-shirt. So congratulations to me. I finally decided not to be a bum today and actually get ready. Also this week, the first episode of the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City is coming out of this new season. I don't know what season we're on. It's like 5 or 6 maybe. That is coming out this week. I don't know. I want to do a recap series on that season as well. Don't know when will be the best time since I think it technically comes out on Wednesday for everyone, but I watch on Peacock. Oops, sorry if I hit my mic. I watch on Peacock, so it usually comes out the next day on Peacock, so that means Thursday, and then I work on the weekend, so I don't know when I will get that out, but I will try my darndest. The first episode might be a little bit easier because I know they tend to post that on YouTube, the first episode, but then from there on I'll have to figure out my posting schedule with that. We'll see. I might have to record it on Saturday and then have it posted Monday, and then maybe I'll start moving it to Wednesday if that works for you guys. I did do a poll in my community tab as well. If you guys are subscribers, if you like this content, let me know when the best day for content to go out for you guys is. I put a little poll there, so go and check out that poll. But anyway, enough yapping. Let's get into this episode. We are getting into episode 10. This was another good episode. Last week I really liked the episode. This week I also liked this episode. I feel like things are kind of moving forward, especially with the Shannon, Alexis, John situation, of course, which is obviously the main thing I'm probably going to be talking about. It opens with, we're continuing from the Shannon and Heather situation. They were having a conversation. Shannon last week showed Heather the photo of her the night of her DUI with like blood streaming all down her face, which was insane. There's not many things on Housewives that shock me usually. That was truly shocking. It was funny. I wrote down that Heather at one point kind of said that she was like, I've never seen Shannon like so like upset. And I was like, Heather, come on, roll the tapes. I'm so surprised the producers didn't roll the tapes of like Shannon literally, like her and Heather when they first met, just like butt heads, did not get along. Shannon was legit losing her mind like the first season that they were like on together. So I was like, really, Heather? You've seen Shannon a lot worse, I think. I think Shannon was actually holding it, surprisingly, has been holding this all together very well. Maybe not behind the scenes, but yeah. So Shannon said she wasn't going to go to dinner, but Heather changes her mind and says, like, please come to dinner, or like, we won't talk about it or whatever. And then Alexis eventually, I'm getting a little ahead of myself, but Alexis decides to not go instead because she realizes, oh, Emily went and told her. Of course, Emily and Gina went, Emily went and told her that Gina told her about the video. So then Alexis was like, well, I'm not going to dinner then because that's just going to be awful and awkward. Like I have said in the past, this is my #1 pet peeve more than anything on Real Housewives. You can agree to disagree with me and that's okay. I hate seeing, say it with me, I hate seeing the glam squads on Bravo. They always talk about breaking the fourth wall. I would literally rather have Denise Richards being like, bravo, 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 than see a glam squad once ever. Like, I understand that there are glam squads, but it just seems so unnatural. It seems like we're filming a movie. It's like, no, we're filming a reality TV show. I understand that they get glam. Like, I get that. I don't need to see it though. Like, that's, I think what I just, it takes me out of it more than anything. It is my #1 pet peeve. I've realized in the past few years, it has become more and more like, popular to like show glam on the show. And I hate it so much. Like, I'm all about breaking the fourth wall, but to me, glam is like the worst way to break the fourth wall. It's just, it comes shattering down harder than anything, in my opinion. I don't like it. Anyway, moving on. That's my rant, but I will not change my mind. I just realized in the past few years, I'm like, it is my number one pet peeve, and I fucking hate it. I hate it. Oh, and then it flashes to Alexis in her room, and we're hearing Johnny J for the first time this season. I also didn't like they went to the bar. I think it was Shannon, Heather, and Tamra. And Tamra's just like, once again, she's like, oh, she's drinking. It's like, okay, but like, why not be a friend to her? Like, why are you just keeping score? Like, if you truly cared about her sobriety, you wouldn't be like, I'm keeping score of how many drinks you have. You'd be like, you'd come alongside her and like, I don't know, or say something like, I'm genuinely concerned that you're like drinking. But you don't do that. You're just talking shit and just being a little rat, little tam rat. And then I think it was Shannon told Gina and Emily when they got to this bar that she had sent basically once she found out about these videos that Johnny J and Miss Alexis were basically using to blackmail her, she told her lawyer, like, hey, just pay them whatever they want, but they're going to sign a non-disparagement agreement, which is totally normal. It's like, I'm paying you this money. We'll just agree to like never speak about each other again, right? No, they don't agree with that. And it's because it's really not about the money at the end of the day. It's about how it's like they're using the money as an excuse to be able to talk shit about Shannon. They don't really I don't think they really even care about the money. Obviously, Alexis and John probably don't need $75,000. I don't think it's making or breaking their lifestyle, especially when Alexis is carrying around the most giant Hermes like Birkin bag I've ever seen in my life. Which I do say I like. It was really cute. It was like a big like duffel bag almost. It's just become obvious. Like, it's not about the money with them. It's just really about just talking shit about Shannon, you know? Oh, so this was also what I'm saying, so I don't know if this is when Alexis, I'm not good at I need to be more descriptive when I'm taking my notes because I start to forget the things that happen in the episode, but I think Alexis was talking to Emily, or she was talking to Mr. Johnny J. I'm not really sure. She was saying that she's not trying to take Shannon down, but she won't agree to sign a non-disparagement agreement and just take the money. But it's not, we're not the ones talking shit. Shannon's the one talking shit. So wouldn't you want Shannon to just pay the money and agree to sign a non-disparagement agreement if Shannon's the one talking shit? But no, you're the one talking shit. And you don't want to take the money because then you won't have anything to talk about and you won't have anything to bitch about because you legally won't be able to. It's like, is Shannon the one saying shit and not wanting to move on, or is it you? Because it seems like it's you, because she offered you all the money as long as you shut up, and you won't take it. So, well, really it's John that won't take it. I don't think this even involves Alexis, really. Legally wise. Oh, and this just irked me. Gina was talking about her drinking and how she wanted to curtail her drinking. Basically, she made a comment basically claiming it was because of Shannon, because Shannon's drinking made her want to. Oh, like, no, bitch. Shannon's drinking doesn't have anything to do with you getting a DUI. You were, let's not forget, you were the first one on the show to get the DUI, bitch, okay? You were the first one to get the DUI. Her life is falling apart with, her husband. Her life was a mess. So let's not sit here and pretend that it was because of Shannon's DUI and her drinking or whatever you're trying to claim, that's the reason you got sober. That has nothing to do with it. And it would look really bad if you continued to drink, which I agree Shannon should probably not be drinking, especially on the show. I don't care what she does at home. Probably not a good look to get a DUI and then immediately go on national television and drink. I totally agree with that. However, don't sit there. Her and Tamara are just acting like they're so holier than thou, like we're better than you because we have our drinking together. And it's like, if you really cared about her drinking, you would be a friend. You wouldn't that's just the one thing, the alcoholism issue on the show is just always something it's just so amazing how everybody is so hypocritical when it comes to that stuff, when they themselves also have issues, okay? I have sympathy for that, but you don't be two-faced about it, you know what I mean? And then moving on. Then we were on to Heather's fashion show. I didn't even realize this was Heather's like brand. She is literally, I wrote, she's involved in every kind of business, which is true. Because at the beginning of the season, we're hearing, I don't even know what she's involved with Mark Cuban, but they're doing something with Mark Cuban. And now she's got this fashion line and all that stuff. I have no idea. She's literally doing the most. I was really sad to hear, this is like kind of a side tangent, but I was so sad to hear, and it seems like it's going to be an issue next episode with Heather and Emily, but I was so sad to hear the way Emily was talking about herself. I know it's like, it can be upsetting when I think people are saying certain things and you take it a certain way because that's kind of how you've perceived it in the past or how it's been perceived in the past. But like, Emily looks so good. Like, no joke. I think she probably looked the best out of all of them. Like, her 2 looks that she did. Well, there was she might have done 3 looks. There was that black dress that looks so beautiful on her. And then, the jeans, I know she was really upset because she wasn't wearing the same jeans as everybody else, but those jeans and that like white button down or whatever she had, I was literally like, she could be in a Ralph Lauren ad right now. Like, she looks so good. Like, her 2 fits right there were like, literally, I'm like, Ralph Lauren photo shoot right now. Like, you look amazing. Are you kidding? And I'm not saying that to be nice. I'm like, it genuinely, I was like, honestly, you look the best out of it. I mean, not that they look bad, obviously, but I understand it could be upsetting and triggering to hear maybe things that, like when the oversized jacket thing, I don't think they were trying to say anything about the size for her. I think they were just saying the jacket itself is an oversized fit, but I could understand how she might perceive that. I also wrote, because Heather and I think it was Tamra were talking about the Katie Gina situation with the paparazzi. And here's the thing. I honestly think that Heather is more aware of what is really going on with this. I just think she doesn't want to hear the BS back and forth. She's just like take ownership of it and like, let's move on. It's not really like, at the end of the day, I don't think it's like that big of a deal. I hate that it keeps getting brought up because it's kind of annoying. I think Katie I like her. I will say that. I like her. However, I think she is falling into the very, very easy trap that a lot of first-time housewives fall into. I'm hoping she can dig herself out of it. However, it is a trap that I think a lot of first-time housewives fall into, and then it's very hard to dig yourself back out when you've alienated yourself from the rest of the group. I think it was still at the fashion show, but then Gina and I think Emily were trying to convince Shannon that she should go talk to Alexis, which I don't understand. They were the ones who were like, she's, especially Emily was like, no, like she's been through too much, whatever. It's like literally the next day, we're agreeing to like not make a big deal of it at Heather's fashion show. And yet Emily's like, no, go talk to her, And it's like, why do you want her to talk to her so bad? Like, this is actual, like, of all people, Emily should understand this is a legal issue that is beyond just like reality TV fodder. Like, this is an actual issue in her life that is like, it's a big problem. All I will say, so badass of Shannon to just go up to Alexis and be like, I don't want to talk to you. And Alexis, of course, is like spinning it like, yeah, like, what was me? Nobody wants me around. It's like, yeah, it's like, she doesn't want to talk to you. There's legal issues. Like, you guys are suing her for $75K. She offered you the money and you won't take it because you want to continue to talk shit. That ends. I think Shannon left to go do the Vicky and Shannon show or whatever. Then they're biking to another vineyard, and so Gina and Katie, it gets brought up, this Gina and Katie, Heather paparazzi situation that is just annoying me, and I wish it would just end. I'm so tired. I'm so it's just so tired. It's like, ugh, I don't care. But I will say the camera work was so perfect. Whoever did that in the moment with, it was literally like Katie and Gina, Katie and Gina like going at it, and then Heather in the middle just like sipping her wine, just like eating, like, watching them like duke it out back and forth. It was so perfect. If you didn't notice it, I was like laughing a little bit because it was too perfect. Just Heather in the background, well, them just the juxtaposition, whatever you call it, so perfect. Shout out to that cameraman for doing that, for seeing that shot and taking it because it was so good. It was so funny. I said Gina's pot stirring behind the scenes is digging her grave. I think that's true. I just think like, even if, you know, Katie's now, like, her story is kind of getting mixed up, but I also think Gina's kind of, her pot stirring behind the scenes has kind of caught up to her because she's trying to play the Tamra, you know, game where it's like, oh, I say stuff behind the scenes and then nobody will know that I really said it. They'll blame me, but like, they won't believe the person. No, they're like digging a grave. All I have to say is I'm just so tired of the Gina, Katie, Heather situation. I just want it to end. But anyway, so that is pretty much that is all of my notes for this episode. If you have any thoughts or opinions on what is going on, I'll be interested to hear in the comments below. Be nice, be respectful as always. It's just reality TV. It's not that serious. Thanks for watching. I wanted to ask you guys, I've really gotten into reading, which I know sounds like kind of dumb that I'm into reading right now, but, I am pretty sure I have not been diagnosed, but I'm pretty sure I have ADHD. I figured that out around like 2020. And yeah, so it used to be when I was younger, I used to find it like very hard to read and like sit and read and comprehend a book. But I've been really bored at work, so I started taking books to work. And I've been just ripping through books recently, and it's just awesome. Like, it's so cool for me because I'm like, I've just never been able to like sit and enjoy and like really comprehend a book, and I've always wanted to be able to do that. And now I just, maybe because my frontal lobe is fully developed now that I'm almost 30, maybe that's why I'm having an easier time. But yeah, so if you guys would like to hear any book reviews and stuff, I have a lot of opinions about a couple books that I've read recently. I reread the first book, Twilight, and I read Daisy Jones and the Six, and I have a lot of opinions about those. So if you guys want reviews on that, let me know. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!